crazy. I don't know why we showed up in the other one. Hello, everyone. That was wild. Me and Melissa just talked to video. That was great. Amazing. We love technology.
Although, I will say, I'm watching the replay now, and you can't really see it. I think it only showed up on our end.
No way.
Yeah. If it did, it was like a very quick like.
Incredible. That had me very confused. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our July Tablescreams. Welcome. Hi, Dice. Hi, Other Francis. Hi, Stephen Lero. Hello, hello, hello.
Bonjour.
Yes, love that for us. Can everyone hear me good? Yeah, I have to wait 30 seconds for a chat delay. Okay. So today we're doing our live reading of Tusk, and the script was a journey to work with. So we changed up some things. It's going to be a great time. Okay. Today we're doing what everybody hates, and everyone here is going to introduce themselves and tell me who they're playing.
Wait.
Oh, why are you saying wait?
Because nobody can be heard. Now they can be heard.
What? Oops.
We were mute the whole time.
Only Melissa was able to be heard, but
Oh.
which is okay because nobody was talking. But welcome everyone.
Welcome. Okay, so back to it. I'm going to start with Dylan, and Dylan is going to tell us who he is playing tonight.
What up? I'm Dylan Dagenet. I'm playing Howard Howe tonight, and I think that's about it. And yeah, we're gonna have a walrus of a time.
Oh, I love that. You may see some actual walruses tonight. Ooh, spooky,
we rented out real walruses.
We have walruses. Yeah, we went to the Bronx Zoo. We got some walruses.
We found some.
I have a guy.
Oh my god. Okay, and we have a special guest with us. Andy, what are you doing tonight?
I don't know. No,
That would be concerning.
that'd be weird. I'm Andy B, and I am the narrator. Coming to you live from this library behind me. They let me use their Wi-Fi, and they're all very, very confused.
Your taxpayer dollars are paying for this. Thank you.
I told them I paid for these dumb books. So I'm gonna pose in front of them.
I love it because it kind of like looks like a therapist's office.
Except I'm the opposite of a therapist.
A school therapist. The guidance counselor.
Actually, reading can be really cool.
Hold on, let me turn my chair around.
Kind of like a
and sit in the
rapper.
back.
You could say he was the first rapper, actually.
Oh my god. Kat Dagenet, Dylan's two biggest fans are here. Yay.
What? Oh my god.
Oh shit.
Both of
Welcome.
them.
Hello.
Welcome.
Wow. So hard to get them in one place.
Okay, Melissa, tell us who you're playing tonight.
Hello. Tonight I will be playing your boy Teddy, and I think that's about it.
Yeah. Honestly, it's like a short. There's not a lot of like people to play. Small cast. Rocco, everyone I'm sure knows, but you can tell us who you're playing.
Yes. This is my first leading role, everyone. I'm playing Justin Long, playing Wallace, right? And I'm also playing. I don't know if that's a spoiler. Actually, I'm playing another important character, which I'm not gonna give away.
Yeah, we'll leave it as a surprise. We'll leave it as a surprise. Speaking of for that character, do you have the? Did I leave the
Yes, I have it.
thing near you? Okay.
The stuff.
Okay. Cool.
I was hoping you were going to say, "Do you have the subtitles?" Because
That's important. Okay, hello, Enrique. Rocco knows best. Rocco does.
Yeah, I do. I could do that.
Hi, Lanessa. Andy is so
out of sync.
out of sync.
I think that usually happens with these, though.
Yeah, it works itself out.
Yeah, I think I've seen that happen before. It should be okay.
Important.
Oh, right. Yes, let's talk about our drinking game. Hi, Charles. 11 watching, 3 likes, short peeps. Yeah,
Yes.
like the stream, please. It helps me.
Like,
It
comment,
helps
and
me. It helps
subscribe.
us.
Sign up for the Patreon.
If you would like to
Leave a like if you
support
like
us, please,
walruses.
yes, leave a like. Hashtag walrus, yes. Hashtag Kevin Smith.
Yeah, is Kevin Smith watching?
Yeah,
Tag
no,
Kevin
he's actually
Smith.
here.
Can we all spam Kevin Smith on Twitter?
Everybody go let Kevin Smith know what's going on tonight.
I've been
If you can get Twitter to
spamming.
work, that is.
Oh, yeah.
If you have
Oh.
a
Might not be able to
daily
see.
limit.
Oh my god. I've been spamming Justin Long and Kevin Smith. Like
You're
for
gonna
a
think you're
week.
bot. You gotta watch out. They're gonna ban.
They're like, who the fuck is this that keeps tagging me
How
on shit on
official.
Instagram?
Official is this sweet and spooky.
I'm not a bot. I'm not a bot. I'm just a stalker. It's fine.
So let's discuss our drinking game for those who are going to be participating. And if you do not drink alcohol, take a sip of water. Take a sip of iced tea. I don't know. Whatever you like.
You'll be so hydrated.
Do a shot of
Yes.
Maple syrup.
That too. That sounds really gross though.
Nah.
Okay. Rocco, what is our drinking game? Because I don't remember.
Word.
Okay, so I don't remember actually either.
I think we
I'll
discussed
tell you right
Usyk.
I remember I was the one. Usyk. Usyk is one. Every time we see Usyk, you got to drink. And there was another one.
A boot.
Bad Canadian accents. Every single time someone has a bad Canadian accent, you got to drink.
Wow, we're all gonna be okay.
Hammered, floored. Actually, I got my other beer here.
Yeah. All right. How many of us are drinking Canadian stuff?
Nobody. Who the hell has Canadian?
I
beer?
couldn't find it, and I went to my distributor. Okay, I got a German beer though. I'm good.
I don't
That's
have a
close
beer.
enough to Canada, right? Yeah, no, look at the map. Oh my God, are you drinking Crown Royal?
Yes.
Slay!
Royal
Canadian.
Peach.
It's
Oh
the
my
only
God.
Canadian thing I have in my
Wait, Crown
house.
Royal is Canadian?
Dave Grohl says
So
you
sorry.
should drink Crown Royal.
It is. It's Canadian whiskey.
I am so sorry, Jay from Bloodbath. I cannot believe
Shout out to Jay from Bloodbath.
I just misgeographed.
Love my Canadian friends. I think it's just Andy trying to cross space and time takes time. Sleaze is never out of
Yeah.
sync, always flawless. Oh my god, you're so
I
sweet.
agree,
Thank
Lynette.
you.
Yeah. Andy is a time traveler.
Yeah, that's the
I-
running gag.
Oh
I
my
did fight
God.
dinosaurs.
Charles,
canon.
Charles, I see you with the
Oh no.
Yes. You got the pretentious glasses.
with the shade. Do I have my pretentious glass of wine? Good thing I'm not drinking it out of the bottle.
Ooh.
That's a
Um,
very humble glass of wine. Thank
right.
You.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Nicholas. I'm gonna smoke the devil's lettuce. Do it up. Live your best life. Yeah, I was doing that a lot yesterday, and I'm living today, so. Just got a bottle of Crown for the show. Hey, come through. I love it. Can Rocco up his mic? The echo on your end, Sleaze, kind of throws things.
Yeah. What are the levels like?
Oh, do I have an echo?
How's that? And how's that piano right there? How's that? How's that sounding, everybody? Please close the door.
I tried.
Just lean over.
I don't want to close it all the way. I'll lock you in.
And you don't close it all the way. Just like close it so it's like closed. Yeah, that's perfect. Just don't do anything else. That's
Our
perfect.
our doorknob is broken. Therefore, if
Yeah, we
I
don't-
close it,
Oh, no.
Rocco's locked in.
We don't have a doorknob, everybody. So that's why you should subscribe to our Patreon so we can afford to buy you a doorknob.
Don't do that.
Get out
That's
there.
no. That's not. No.
Oh no! Wait,
What?
looks like Charles took it back. I was not too loud. Okay, now I'm back.
Oh.
Okay. No, now I made myself too loud.
Does everyone sound good?
Should I go listen to the stream?
Perhaps.
I always like to listen to the show. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Anybody
Where
where my phone is.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And playing
Yo.
God, Rocco.
Yeah. Just in case you guys forgot.
Remember when Rocco played Freddy in Nightmare on Elm Street? Pretty iconic.
Oh my god, yes.
What was that? I'm your boyfriend now, bitch.
No, I'm your boyfriend now, Nancy.
Oh, I think I just said bitch.
I don't think you did.
Pretty sure I did. Oh, yeah, he says bitch a lot in that.
He says bitch in the other one. Welcome to prime time, bitch.
Oh, welcome to prime time, bitch. Yes.
Okay. I love this. Okay, so we have our drinking game. We have Usyk,
What a
bad Canadian accents. I'm gonna drink to a boot. I don't know about y'all, but I am.
Ooh.
I feel like that's part of it, right? Like that's a part of
I
the
guess
Canadian-
so. I guess that is part
It's
of it.
included.
We're drinking bad Canadian accents, so I have to drink while I'm doing it because it's going to be fucking.
Yes. You actually have to pull out the drinking game yourself. That's the part of the narrator job. I onboarded Andy poorly.
Yeah, we didn't finish talking about the benefits package. This dental, right? At very minimum.
No. You have to be here for at least a year before you get anything. And we give you the worst insurance possible. And you have to pay for it out of pocket.
Okay, I think we're all good. I think we're pretty ready.
I'm here. I'm ready to go.
Are we ready? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling like taking a plane and going to Canada?
Let's do it.
Canada.
Mm, I think we're good.
Okay,
All right, y'all.
so we're ready.
Oh, I did that backwards. Welcome, everyone, to Sweet and Spooky's production and interpretation of Tusk by Kevin Smith.
Interior, podcast studio, day. Enter a humble studio, though it's more like a teenage boy's basement bachelor pad. The walls are filled with framed posters and artwork promoting a podcasting duo called Not See Party. No, not that party. Some advertise old live appearances. Some are framed awards from Stitcher.com. Some boast of iTunes podcast chart placement.
I'm gonna fucking fist my
Hey, if you want to go ahead and watch this video, please go to our website, notseeparty.com. NOT.
S-E. Important. Not C with the Z. That'd be like cross-dressing Adolf Eichmann, Liza Minnelli in person.
If I die of laughter during this segment, listen, I don't want you to feel bad, dude. I want you all to know that I died happy because this video right here is the greatest shit I've ever seen in my life.
It's up to like 30-something million or views or something like that, right?
In a minute. Gotta watch it again. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Teddy turns his laptop around to show a video. It opens with a young man, no older than 23, in his garage. Cheeto dust-covered fingers reveal a katana, which his Reddit-strained eyes focus on. He spins the sword, nearly cutting himself. He spins it again. This time, the results aren't so lucky. He slices into his leg, and blood sprays all over the camera lens, ending the video. Teddy and Wallace are laughing hysterically.
I'm gonna ask this kid about everything. I wanna know what he masturbates to. I wanna know if he got the leg. I wanna know if he masturbates with the leg.
I gotta say though, man, I've watched this video way too many times, and I'm kind of starting to feel bad for the kid. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not laughed out yet, but I feel bad for him.
feel bad. The kid's got tons of hits because he's famous, right? I mean, what more do you want? He's got more hits than I do. I mean, you know, in a kind in a weird way, kind of fucking jealous, man. I don't need both legs. What am I? I'm not running marathons.
So look out, you crazy Canucks. Something weird ass this way comes. Next week, Wandering Wallace takes a raunchy road trip up to the Great White North to meet with the star.
My only hope is that he doesn't cry too much, all right?
Join us next week while Wallace sits down with the one-legged wonder, the master of self-mutilation, of internet humiliation, the Kill Bill Kid.
Which is about all you can do if you're the Kill Bill Kid. You just sit your one-legged ass down forever.
Oh, come on.
Oh, it's too easy. It was right there.
You're going to hell, man.
They're like low-hanging plums. You just fondle them, you know? It's...
Ew. All right. Until next time, I'm Teddy Kraft.
And this is Wallace Brighton reminding you to join the Nazi party.
Podcast ends. Title card rolls. Interior, Winnipeg Passport Control, day. Wallace strolls into the airport with a pompous, uninterested step. An airport employee directs him to an open window with a border agent. Welcome to Canada.
Oh, hey there.
Hey there yourself, fellow facial hair aficionado.
Not as good as yours, man.
My God, New Jersey, eh?
Yeah, years back. Now it's Los Angeles.
A man torn betwixt devils and kings.
Oh, hockey, yeah.
You're darn right, hockey.
I don't really follow hockey like that, so.
Okay. Hands off the counter, please.
Really, man?
Yeah, really. Thank you.
Sorry.
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 When you're visiting Canada, the Great White North of Canada, you got your Canada-do's and you got your Canada-don'ts. Top shelf, right there. Number one. Don't go telling any Canadian you don't follow hockey.
Oh, of course. I should have known it. It makes him sad, right? Something like that.
No. A Canadian doesn't get sad. Sadness was made by the USA.
Oh, come on. What does that even mean, man?
Take off. It's true. Right there on our flag. It's right there when you look at it. When you see past that sacred maple leaf, you know what you see?
A white wall?
You see that in America. You may be red, white, and blue. But in Canada, you're red, white, but never blue, eh? Ever.
Yeah. Actually, I never thought of it that way. I always think of Canadians as nice. You know?
Well, that there's another Canada don't. We're not nice. We're optimistic. There is a difference.
Right.
And we're tolerant.
Very cool.
And we're hung like moose.
Oh. Oh, that's great, man. I'll give you that one. That's fucking funny, man.
All right, back to business then. So what are you doing in Manitoba?
I'm recording a podcast, right? So what I do is I travel around and I interview weird or interesting people, and I describe it to my best friend who does not see it firsthand, right? Since he won't fly anywhere. It's called the Nazi Party.
Whoa, Nazi party.
No. It's spelled like Notsee, not like the other, Haiti one, Hitler kind of thing.
You don't say Hitler in an airport. Exit. Quaint Winnipeg home. Day. Tires screech. Wallace pulls up to a large suburban house. He sits, psyching himself out in the rinky-dink car he rented. His phone buzzes, but he silences it. He pulls the rear-view mirror towards him while he straightens up.
All right, baby. It's go time. You got this, you sexy son of a bitch.
He exits the car and walks to the back of the house to find a funeral.
What the fuck?
A woman sobs loudly. Wallace approaches her.
Hey, excuse me, miss. I'm here to...
She turns, holding a wheelchair with a photo of the Kill Bill Kid.
Oh, fuck.
Interior bar, night. Wallace sulks at a trashy dive bar, surrounded by his luggage. He swigs his beer and raises his phone to his ear.
Hey, fucker, you ready for this? Fucking Kill Bill kid fucking killed himself, sir, with his own fucking katana. Can you believe that shit? I'm not fucking kidding you. He couldn't hold out for 2 more days, the selfish little peg-leg piece of shit. I'm so pissed off right now. I gotta find a flight back tonight. But I'm thinking I don't want to come all the way here, go back with nothing. So we need a show this week, and look, I'm in Winnipeg. I'm in a bar called Big H. I don't even know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man. I'm gonna try to find some other Canadian weirdo up here that I can talk to. But I'm gonna be honest, man. There is nothing weird about Canada. It's fucking boring. It's painfully boring here. But shit, $5.50 for a fucking plane ticket, man. Selfish little prick. Look, I know it's fucked up to say, but god damn it, it's killing me, man. Whatever. Anyway, signing off from the Great White North.
He hangs up and looks at the bartender.
Hey man, where's your bathroom?
Interior bar bathroom, night. Above the urinal is a community corkboard, covered in colorful writing for potential readers taking a leak. The sports page, a few help wanted ads, some rooms for rent, flyers, etc. Then he spies something unique pinned to the board. A handwritten word, adventure. He moves the other postings aside to reveal the full title, A Life of Adventure with Stories to Tell. Wallace is intrigued. He begins reading intently.
Hello. I am an old man at sea who has enjoyed a long and storied life at sea. I am a proud Canadian who has traveled a peculiar path low these many years. And after eons of oceanic adventure, I find myself a landlubber with Manitoba as my final port. I know I do not wish to spend my remaining years alone in a giant house. Not when I have such stories to share.
Exterior, A to Z, night. Wallace fills up a Slurpee cup while obnoxiously chatting on the phone.
No, it's not the room I'm interested in as much as you, Mr. Howe. See, no, tonight that'd be amazing, sir. Yeah, thank you. Where am I going? Bifrost. Ooh, sounds erotic. Okay, let me just ask one of the locals here how far I am. Excuse me. How far is Bifrost from here, ma'am?
Bifrost? Shit, that's far.
Yeah, it's like about 2 hours from here.
Drink. The kids here at the convenience store tell me that it's about 2 hours away. Drink.
Ugh. I hate American guys.
Ugh.
Yeah, what's your address?
Interior car, later that night. Wallace drives down a dark, desolate road as he sips on his big gulp. The GPS on the dash indicates 50 miles from the destination.
Alright, this better be fucking worth it.
Wallace pulls up to the house. It's an intimidating turn-of-the-century mansion.
You have arrived at your destination, baby.
Wallace exits the car and walks up to the house, passing by a sign that reads, Pippy Hill. Interior, Pippy Hill, same. He tries the door, which is unlocked, and lets himself in.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Up here, please.
Oh, okay. Where is up here?
Wallace enters a lavish room. At the far side, sitting next to a fireplace, is an old man in a wheelchair. The old man calls to mind, in demeanor and dress, a dignified 19th century sea captain like Rex Harrison in The Ghost and Mrs. Muir. He's well groomed, effete almost, but the lines in his face tell a tale of a life lived to the fullest.
Good evening.
Oh, Mr. Howie?
Well, actually, it's Howard.
Mr. Howard. Hey, nice to meet you, man.
You know, when people first become entangled with my name, it's much like a French bedroom farce. Now, Mr. Howe would be appropriate, but I prefer the intimacy of Howard.
Right. Yeah, Howard. Okay.
Well, now that we have that unpleasantness out of the way, may I welcome you to Peepee Hill, my home.
Oh, great. Yeah, no. It's really nice. It's nice to meet you, man.
A pleasure, a pleasure. Could I interest you in some tea?
Sure. Yeah.
He sits near Hal and sips the tea.
You know, my second wife, presume my last, used to say, bless her heart, rather saint than sin, better out than in, as she was referring to gas, of course. Her own, mind you.
That's great. This Peepee Hill tea is. Thank you. It's great. Yeah.
The Peepee Hill tea, yes, you bet.
Is it from? Sorry. It's really good. I'm wondering if it. Sorry. Continue.
We don't ask about the Peepee Hill tea, but
It's
I
not
must
from
say,
your-
oh well, from my Peepee.
No,
Well, no.
Yeah, I don't
no,
want to
that
make
would-
assumptions here. It's,
That wouldn't be right. It'd be like making something with breast milk of my own breast milk. Someone else.
If you could make your own breast milk,
I've never met the man. I bought it online.
No. You made your own breast milk. I would drink it. That's all I'm saying. You know, it's
Well,
a
I
good story.
have, but that's for later.
Okay, continue.
That's with the coffee. And now I must say, your phone call intrigues me.
Well, I'm telling you, your handle intrigued me.
Did I understand correctly on the phone when you said you weren't looking for a living arrangement?
No. I live in Los Angeles.
Oh,
Yes.
City of Angels.
I've never seen one in myself. More the opposite, really. I saw somebody shit on the corner once, but.
Oh. My grandma Mimsy used to shit in the corner. She used to tell us, you needn't go very far to find hell in a handbasket.
I like that, man. I like Mimsy. I wouldn't want her to shit in my corner, but my grandma, I guess it's not as bad, but my grandma, she used to say, hell is your children. Chain smoker. Hell is your children. Fucking, she was the worst, man.
How droll. She must have been an interesting woman.
She sucked, but she was flatulent. I'll give her that. Yeah, it's crazy. I've never seen anything like it or smelled anything like it. But she did hang shit on her walls just like you. Actually, just all this kind of crap. Like, what's going on here?
Well, this crap that lines my walls is my life, Mr. Brighton. And though I
Cool.
cannot boast of legs that are functioning, that keep me ambulatory, I still thank the Lord for leaving me with a memory, a living memory of my many adventures.
And actually, those adventures are what I'm here about, Mr. Howie.
You said that on the phone you were much more interested in me personally than you were the room.
Yeah, because I actually saw this.
Yes. Wow.
And yeah, I mean, listen, you have no idea. I'm up here in this fucking frozen shithole. I think my trip is a bust. And I feel like I just stumbled into a gold mine with this thing, man. I'm reading it, and you talk about sharing stories, and that's what I do. I'm a storyteller by trade, man.
Oh, I see. You're a writer.
I'm a podcaster.
What on earth is that?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. You remind me of my mom. Yeah. Wally, what are you doing? Oh, she's the worst. But you're fantastic, man. Anyway, a podcast is kind of like it's like a radio show, right? But it's not on the radio. It's on the internet.
Oh, like Joe Rogan.
Kind of, just without the extremist stuff. Anyway, that's not the point. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like my mom. She also loves Joe Rogan. Ugh, terrible woman. But it makes it sound confusing, doesn't it? Let me show you. It kind of sounds like this.
Interior podcast studio. Flashback.
Listen. Listen now, you listen to me. I just came in my pants. My McConaughey prematurely ejaculating. Yeah.
Teddy and Wallace laugh uncontrollably. Interior. Howe's home. Present. Wallace pauses a video on his phone. It's the flashback we just saw.
So you can actually say those things without any repercussions.
Oh yeah, no, the audience loves it, man. Real and raunchy. So I try to keep it real and raunchy, and real raunchy.
You know, the freedoms your generation enjoys.
Mm.
Oh, I tell you, libertine's the lot of you.
Can I just tell you something? This is gonna sound really weird, but I've never had tea like this. It's like blowing my fucking mind, man. I feel like I've never had tea before. Like I'm popping my tea cherry. You know, I'm not even a tea person.
Well, I believe we're all tea people. There's a trick to it. You see, you soak the leaves in brandy before steeping.
Of course, you can't lose with booze.
Well, always do sober what you do drunk. That will teach you to keep your mouth shut.
Oh, no, okay. Now this one I know. Wait, Hemingway said that. Hemingway.
Yes, he did. Very good, Mr. Brighton. He said that to me.
You knew Ernest Hemingway?
Well, we met on the waters of Normandy.
You were there for D-Day?
No, I was there before D-Day, when it was just called Operation Neptune.
Hold on, you were on the beach?
No, I was on a boat with Ernie.
Ernie?
Ernie was deemed precious cargo by the powers that be, so he was prohibited from joining the incursion.
They ordered Hemingway to stay on the boat? Are you kidding me?
Yes, they did. Which vexed Mr. Hemingway, to say the least. You know how we love to hunt the big game.
Of course, I know everything about how he hunted big game.
Yes, the big and the deadly. Well, there was nothing bigger or deadlier than a Nazi. Except perhaps a Nazi's nagging wife.
Nazi bitches! Of course.
I hate women.
Oh, women. They suck. Misogyny.
Interior ship's kitchen. Black and white flashback. A young Ernest Hemingway enters the kitchen doorway. A gangly, wide-eyed teenager alone in the kitchen with mountains of potatoes and a peeler in hand stares at Hemingway as he knocks down empty bowls.
And so, prohibited from joining the incursion, Hemingway went to the galley in search of alcohol. And the only one to oblige him, of course, was a 16-year-old potato peeler on KP duty. And peel his potato I did.
Holy shit, you were peeling his potatoes? No kidding, man.
I did it a second time.
The teenager pulls a secret bottle of Canadian Club from a potato sack and hands it to Hemingway. Hemingway smiles, uncorks, and guzzles, slapping the kid on the back.
Yes, so I proffered for Hemingway a bottle of Weiser. And I'll never forget what he did next. There was a smile crawled across the man's face. It was so slow, as if it were a caterpillar. Then he turned to me and slapped me on the back, and he said, "You are a kitchen wench of only good fortune."
Interior study. Back to the present.
Kitchen wench. God, man, that's crazy.
So we drank Weiser and peeled each other's potatoes, and when the report came back of how many boys had fallen at Omaha, well, that's when he said to me, "Only do sober what you do drunk. It will teach you to keep your mouth shut."
Oh God, that's nuts, man. It's incredible.
Well, actually, if you look to the right of the fireplace, you'll see the incredible aspect.
Wallace gets out of his chair with just the slightest detectable sway. So slight he doesn't even recognize it himself. He rounds his chair, as Howe turns his wheelchair to face the fireplace. Inside a glass case, affixed to the wall, is an empty old bottle of Canadian Club. Wallace peers at it.
Man, this is the bottle? Holy shit. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, it's just an empty bottle. But when combined with the story, then it becomes, if I may say so, a powerful talisman. A doorway to another time and place. Perhaps a drawbridge to history.
Yeah, man. It's fucking cool.
Wallace eyes the long, bone-like branch mounted above the fireplace.
What's this, man?
I see you have an eye for the unfamiliar and the curiosity of a cat. It'll take you very far in life. That is the baculum of a walrus. The Alaskans call it an usik.
Drink. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, so it's like a walrus spine, right?
More like a walrus cock.
Shut up.
Oh, I am a dirty boy, aren't I?
That's a weird thing to say, man, but I guess, yeah.
No, that's the baculum. That's the bone found in the penis of most placental mammals, excluding man, of course.
That's not fair.
You know, it is in aid of sexual intercourse. It maintains the stiffness of the animal during coital penetration.
Listen, if you got something like that between your legs, you don't need any help with coital penetration, am I right? Jesus, those fucking lucky walruses.
You are a rapscallion of the highest order, Mr. Brighton.
Can I get my hands on it? You know, a little...
Oh, I'd be insulted if you didn't.
Wallace grabs the usik.
Drink. Man, this usik is crazy.
You're right to admire the walrus. It is probably the most noble of God's creatures. Far more evolved than any man I've ever known. A present company excluded, of course. I try to speak ill of only of those out of earshot.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
So, where do you buy something like this? A cockpit?
Well, I became acquainted with a walrus when I was lost at sea.
Shut the front door. You fucked a walrus? At sea?
Yes.
Who are you? A guy who fucks walruses? What?
Yes, in 1959, I was back on a boat. Around the Gulf of Anadyr, which is the southern coast of Siberia in the Chukchi Peninsula. Well, perhaps the best years of my life. My culinary capabilities in small seafaring vessels earned me my passport to the world. As a matter of fact, it was my magic with the halibut that landed me in the chef's position on the Anastasia as we traversed into Soviet waters exploring.
Wait, so like, what is this, like Cold War shit?
Oh, no. We were in search of the Siberian great white.
A great white shark? No way. What?
Yes.
What?
And the Russians called the hungry god the whale eater. It's reputed to be 25 feet in length, with at least 3 tons on him.
Holy shit, man. Did you find them?
No. We only found death off the Chukchi Peninsula. In the inky heart of the night, the Anastasia collided with an iceberg.
Exterior, the sea at night. Black and white flashback. The slightly older, less gangly Howe bursts from the water, gasping for air. Fading lights flicker across his face. We are over young Howe's shoulder as he bobs treading water, watching the Anastasia sink into the sea in the distance.
I watched a ship disappear in minutes. into the black Russian sea. Then I heard the screams of the crew silenced in the Siberian brine.
Oh man. So what happened after the boat sank, man?
I was alone. Alone, alone, all alone. Alone on a wide, wide sea. And never a saint took pity on my soul in agony.
Oh, oh shit. No, I know this one. It's uh oh my god. Snoop Dogg. Doggy Style, right?
Coleridge and Snoop Dogg have some things in common. It was a nice, a valiant effort, Mr. Brighton.
Oh, okay. My other guess was gonna be the Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, but I didn't know, you know.
If you had guessed that first, that would have been better than Doggy Style, but, you know,
I think Doggy Style is a very complex album, and a great example of the G-Funk era with West Coast hip hop.
It was certainly a landmark in the movement.
No, I think Los Angeles. You know what am I gonna say? You know, I don't know. There's not a lot of New Jersey. But anyway.
I mean, I'd prefer him doing that to cooking shows, but.
Yeah, amen, brother. I'm with you there.
Well, when the screaming stopped, I thought I might be alone. Until something swam very close to me, something fast and frightening. The many men so beautiful, and they all dead did lie. And 1,000 slimy things lived on, and so did I.
God, man, how scared were you when this was all happening?
Oh, I don't mind telling you. I was terrified. I know you've probably been scared many times in your life, Mr. Brighton, but I'd wager you've never known true terror.
Wallace's eyelids droop a bit, then go wide, as Wallace tries to stay awake.
I became intimately familiar with terror that night as I swam. I kicked at the water and stroked for I know not where. It was so pitch black. So I swam deeper and deeper into the ebony void, and I prayed that whatever brushed by me was now feasting upon the expedition crew instead.
Sweet whistling Christ, man.
I woke up on the shores of a small island, regurgitating seawater, discombobulated beyond belief.
Exterior, remote beach, black and white flashback. Howe wakes in the surf, the tide lapping at him. He looks around, desperate, semi-conscious.
And then, as I stood to my feet, I saw the sweetest sight my orbs have ever taken in. I saw my sweet savior.
Wallace's POV, a walrus with tusks. He looks at us and snorts non-threateningly.
I saw a walrus.
Interior study. Night. Wallace leans forward in his chair, delighted.
No fucking way. A walrus saved your life, bro.
Wallace's eyes droop closed and snap back open. Howe's voice is like a hypnotic trance, and whatever's in the tea isn't helping matters. Howe pours another cup for Wallace.
Yes, this curious fellow loomed over me, with tusks as tall as Scylla and Charybdis, but it was as gentle as a milking cow, and it took me into its blubbery body to keep me warm, as if I were a newborn chick, you see.
Unbelievable, man.
And that's when we fucked.
Oh.
And though I couldn't know what he was called by his marine brethren, I named him after the only authority figure I'd ever truly trusted in my entire life. A janitor at a boys' home where I spent some time, whose name was Mr. Tuskegee.
Howe hands Wallace the cup of tea, smiling.
So I called my walrus friend Mr. Tusk.
Mr. Tusk, that's is cute, man.
Cute is for puppies, Mr. Brighton. My walrus companion was beautiful. Never have I had such a fulfilling friendship and apparently sexual relationship with anyone, human or otherwise.
Wallace is now noticing something's wrong with him.
And for 6 glorious months of my life, I was at utter peace. And I knew the only bliss this wretched life has ever afforded me.
Wallace drops his teacup and steadies himself in his chair. He struggles to stand and falls forward on the floor. Still in his wheelchair, Howe suddenly has the Usyk from the mantle laying across his lap.
Cheers.
Howe extends the Usyk to Wallace on the floor, grazing Wallace's face as he struggles to stay conscious. Damn it.
Woo!
There. It'll be all right, Mr. Tusk.
Interior. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold on a second, guys. I'm having a little bit of an issue here.
Technical.
Please hold.
Okay. All right. No, it's nothing. My headphones started picking up my wife's laptop as she enjoyed an episode of House.
Yes.
He's so tortured.
Oh my God. All right. Interior, Allison's bedroom. Night flashback. Wallace is getting head in bed. We can't see it, but we can tell by his expression. He grabs at the woman's head, and she stops abruptly.
Oh. Fuck. Wait, why are you stopping?
I don't want you to go to Canada tomorrow.
Okay, I won't go to Canada, just finish.
You're so full of shit. Your eyes are brown.
They're always brown, and no, I'm full of shit. I'm so bad. Please, spank me right here.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
What? All right, you know what?
He begins to masturbate and attempt to finish.
Are you serious? Seriously? No.
It's gonna get on you. It's gonna get on you then.
Oh my God. No, you don't even deserve a selfie.
Why not? Come on. We talked about this. I'm gonna go take a quick can of deuce tomorrow, and I'll be back in the morning, huh?
Look, making fun of this kid on the podcast is one thing, but to go over there to his house, it's horrible, okay? This whole thing just feels gamey.
Gamey? Allie, the kid reached out to me. Okay, he turned down Oprah fucking Winfrey to talk to me. I mean, come on, this is huge for the show, babe. I don't want to do it. I don't want to make fun of him, but it's for the show. It's for the podcast.
You know, you're a real fucking asshole. And this does not work for you at all. Doing your dopey comedy sketches is bad enough, but to exploit him to his face, it's vicious. The Wallace I fell in love with.
No. That's vicious. To do what you did, that's vicious. That's mean. That's exploitative. To take a little taste and walk away.
Right, straight white guys. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
The Wallace I fell in love with would not do that. I mean, the Wallace I fell in love with would never say the stupid ass shit you're saying.
The Wallace you fell in love with was an unfunny little dickhole who used to make bad Star Wars puns and couldn't pay his bills. I'm sorry, but I kind of prefer the new Wallace. New Wallace made $100,000 in ads alone last year, and that's before the T-shirt sales and all the live shows. So, AMC is coming to see the new Wallace's showcase next week. What do you think that is? Because of agents? Because he played the clubs every fucking night like old unfunny Wallace used to? No, it's because he's a juggernaut of a fucking podcast hosted by who? New Wallace. Old Wallace. Old Wallace was a fucking loser who didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out.
Old Wallace had me.
He'd like to have you again.
So take me with you.
Babe, if I bring you, this, Teddy gets weird and jealous, and then the show sucks, and he's got this thing, like, if you're around, I'm not as funny as I usually am because you're a distraction, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. Listen, I can't figure out what's going on in the kid's head. All I know is that if it were up to me, babe, of course I would bring you.
Old Wallace really wouldn't give a shit. He'd just take me. He'd literally take me anyway.
You know what? Old Wallace used to wear a stethoscope on stage. Speaking of, actually, we saw my first stand-up set on the show today. Woo! It was fucking brutal. It was even worse than I remembered. It was really embarrassing, actually. I mean, it said he was dying. Shit.
Newsflash. Cringe humor attack shit is lame.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying. I just love that accent. It's lame, the cringe humor. I love your accent.
I don't even talk like that. What the fuck is that?
I don't even talk like that.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Listen, Sash, that's the worst Latina accent I have ever heard in my fucking life. What is that?
That's the worst Latino accent I've heard in my entire life.
Jesus. Can you turn down the funny right now? The podcast is not on.
I know. Baby.
Yeah, it's just me and you. I'm trying to be lovey-dovey and shit, and you're like fucking it up.
Oh, it's because I was raging hard on it.
Oh, boo-hoo.
I love lovey-dovey, but can we do lovey-dovey on the phone when I'm in Canada? When we can't do on, what we can't do on the phone? Fuck. Why don't we do that right now? Come on. Look, New Wallace is kind of funny, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can be kind of funny. I miss old Wallace. I miss you. I miss the real you. Like, is he in there?
Ugh.
The geeky kid who even thanked me on stage.
Geeky?
Yeah, geeky. I miss the guy who told me he loved me the first time we had sex. The guy who gets baked and cries watching Winnie the Pooh. Thank God it's not Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. You're so sweet, Just such a softie.
All right, first of all, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey was funny. It was great. It was a scary masterpiece of indie horror. But that's not the point. Nothing is soft about me now.
Yeah, I know, and it sucks. Relax.
Okay, you know what?
Allison gets back to it. Interior, bedroom, day. Wallace's eyes snap open and look around. Wallace is in a large wheelchair tucked under blankets. There's music playing on a small radio. Wallace groggily looks around. His eyes fall on Howe, who sits in his wheelchair smoothing what looks like a walrus tusk with a piece of sandpaper. He looks up to see Wallace awake.
What?
Well, look who's back.
Howe puts down his project and wheels over to Wallace.
I must say, you scared the bejesus out of me. Oh, what kind of a nurse am I? Here you go, here's your cup. Wet your whistle, my dry little thistle.
Howe pours a cup of water and puts a straw in it. Wallace groggily grabs the cup.
What happened? Oh, my dear boy, well, you passed out right in front of me.
Yeah, so tired.
I mean, one moment I'm waxing lyrically about my many ocean voyages, and the next thing I know, You fell out of your chair and collapsed. I didn't know what it was until I looked down, and I saw a rather intimidating spider crawling from your pant leg.
Spider?
Yes, a brown recluse. A rather toxic little insect. These woods are crawling with them.
Yes, some of them are poisonous.
Wallace looks confused for a minute and then continues to sip his water.
Oh shit. Spider bit me?
Yes, well, I'm so sorry.
Where's my phone?
Phone?
I gotta make a call, man.
Oh, well, I'm afraid the doctor stepped on it and broke it. I'm afraid it lies in pieces.
Is the doctor here?
Yes, Dr. Chair Table. He lives just up the road around 8 miles.
Man. This is a funny name.
Yes, he was here within a half an hour of your accident.
Yeah, man, I forget your name, dude.
My name, Howard Howe.
Yeah, Howard, man, I can't feel my legs when I'm with you.
That would be the spinal injection. You see, the recluse sank her fangs into your leg and pumped you full of so much poison that your poor ankle was as big around as an elephant's leg.
Oh shit. What kind of an elephant?
A very fat one. Yes, so with the venom traveling to your heart, it forced the doctor to save your life, to take, as we say, drastic measures.
Wallace looks down at his legs for the first time, noticing something strange about the shape under the blankets. He pulls his blanket aside to see one of his legs has been amputated above the knee.
My god! My god, holy shit, there's no leg there!
Doesn't appear to be. Oh, just let it out, dear boy. Let it all out.
My leg!
Oh, nature can be so very red in tooth and claw.
What?
Tennyson.
What the fuck are you talking about? Why am I here, man? Why don't we go to the hospital?
Hospitals carry diseases. So Dr. Chairtable thought it would be best if you, well, just stay here, since the room is sanitized all day. It would be best if you recuperate here.
Doesn't make any sense, man.
The spider bit you.
Alright, I want to talk to the doctor. Where is he?
Well, he's making his rounds.
Rounds? What rounds? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Oh, no. No, we're not. No, we're not, Mr. Brighton. I've been to the middle of nowhere, and it is a ghastly place.
I don't want to hear your fucking stories.
Wallace tries to get out of his chair, but he can't. He pulls his covers off to reveal that he's belted in at the waist, with no buckle in sight.
What the fuck is this? Why are you laughing?
You're funny. The belt is keeping you from falling out of your chair, you see.
Why?
Well, the belt is keeping you from falling over until the spinal wears off. The spinal wears off, and you get full control of your faculties again. That is, most of your faculties.
I need a phone. I gotta call my family, man.
Well, Dr. Chairtable removed all the phones from the house. He didn't want you disturbed.
The fuck?
So, I'll talk to him, and I can ask him if you can call home after supper.
I gotta call right now, man.
So it would be best if you take a nap. You're heavily tranquilized.
I gotta tell my family. I gotta use a phone. I gotta talk to a doctor.
Chairtable, Dr. Chairtable.
I want to talk to him.
Well, you can't. You see, he's on his rounds.
Give me your phone right now.
Don't have a phone. The doctor removed them all.
That's insane.
Possibly so, but it's true. We sup at 6 sharp.
Hal makes his way to the exit.
Wait, please.
I am truly sorry for your loss.
Interior, dining room, night. Seated in his wheelchair at one end of a dining table is Howe, fully dressed. A heavily sedated Wallace's wheelchair is pulled up to the other end of the table. Howe delicately cuts his meal. Wallace doesn't touch his.
You're not eating?
In my arms.
Well, that would be the morphine. It's capital for the leg pain, and I dare say it's the only thing keeping you from howling in agony. However, it does tend to leave one a bit sleepy.
Not sleepy. I'm immobilized.
You know, I was thinking, the melancholy that accompanies losing a limb must be akin to that of mourning a close friend you often took for granted.
There was no spider, was there?
Howe looks at Wallace confused, though he's still chewing.
Of course there was.
And I bet there was no Ernest Hemingway either.
No, that was a lie. But the spider was real, my good man. It was a brown recluse, colloquially known as the hobo spider.
Interesting, and you saw it?
Yes.
You saw the spider?
I only wish I had spied the beast before he attacked.
What did it look like?
The arachnid assailant, well, a typical spider. A legion of legs, very small. One might be tempted to describe it as itsy bitsy.
Wallace cocks his head at this.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout.
Shit.
Down came the rain and washed the spider out.
You fucking psycho!
Come the swan, dry up all the rain.
Help me, somebody!
The spider will bite your leg, will bite your leg.
As Wallace screams, Howe angrily pushes back from the table, gets out of his wheelchair, marches briskly to Wallace, and slaps him across the face hard. He then marches back to his wheelchair, sits, and continues eating. Wallace stares, wide-eyed. He now realizes how fucked he is.
Now, let us eliminate the chuffa, shall we, Mr. Bright? Perhaps it would be best at this stage in our burgeoning relationship to reveal our hearts with absolute candor. See, for some time now, I've been constructing a realistic walrus suit.
What?
And I believe with a few minor modifications, I believe it will fit you perfectly.
What the fuck, man?
But whilst in the walrus suit, you must be a walrus. That means no speaking in a human voice. Any communication must be done strictly as a walrus. Do you understand?
Please, man.
Oh, no. Be not vexed or heavy of heart. We, too, are embarking on an expedition not unlike that of the doomed Anastasia. You see, their mistake was looking for monsters out there. They needn't have left the dock. The beast has always lied within.
Why are you doing this, man? Why?
Why? To solve a riddle older than the Sphinx. To answer the question that has plagued us since first we crawled from the surf and stood erect in the sun. Is man indeed a walrus at heart?
Interior, Allison's bedroom, day. Allison is sitting in her bed, eyes watery, talking to a mystery person off screen.
I almost told him before he left. Sometimes I forget that my life is an intricate, delicate web of lies, and I feel so normal. It feels so amazing to be boring and faithful and sinless. I even forget that we're doing this to him, till I remember what he does to me with all of those empty women, and it crushes me, and I hate him, but I I hate myself so much for letting any man fucking do this to me.
Tears are running down her face.
You know, I'm happy my dad's not alive to see this. To see his only little girl put her life on hold for some cheating fucking asshole. And he doesn't even have a big dick. Ugh, I just want to fucking die.
We see a hand start to caress her face as if to comfort her.
But every time he destroys me, you bring me back. You make me feel beautiful again, cherished. You give me my humanity. And even though we're stripping it down every time we're doing this, I honestly don't know how to live without you.
Cut to interior podcast studio, flashback. Continuation of opening podcast scene.
So look out, you crazy Canucks. Something weird ass this way comes. Next week, Wandering Wallace takes on a raunchy road trip to the Great White North to meet with the star. I'll be staying home, per usual.
Doing what, Teddy? Like, why don't you film it? Let's have a real laugh after the tape.
I will be taking your significant other to the Getty because, in her words, you don't get art.
I get art too. What do you mean? What do you keep saying that? I get art. I get when it's got my face on it. Look, it's all over the wall. Look at it. Look at all this. This is art, man.
You think that's art?
Yeah, of course. It's like a museum.
It's not wrong. It's like all over the walls of this studio, kind of creative, a man cave masturbation chamber to a wall the hours away.
I gotta say, man, I never jerked off in here, which is surprising because I jerk off all the time at all the places.
Dude, there's no fucking way. I don't
All
believe
right, you know what? Yeah, you're. I'll give you that. You're right to not believe me, Teddy. But listen, you are my fucking hero. You're taking my girlfriend to the Getty. Allie and Teddy go to the Getty.
Oh.
It's adorable. It's like a children's book.
And yeah, until next time, I'm Teddy Kraft.
And this is Wallace Brighton reminding you to join a Nazi party.
And clear. Nice!
Woo! That was amazing. Listen, I don't know where you were going with that video, but I'm glad you did it. It was embarrassing, and it was fucking funny, man.
All fucking hail the Nazi party.
Definitely don't want to say that at a radio station. But, listen, dude. Everybody except Allie, I guess, huh?
Dude, she just wants to go with you.
I know, man. Why are you always defending her? Like, it's weird. I know she wants to come, but you know her whole thing. It's like, Wally, why are you so mean to people? Why do you have to do such mean comedy? You know?
That sounds nothing like her at all.
Of course it does, man. Listen, I can't have her around. If I'm gonna get real with this kid, and I gotta get real with him, I can't have her around, man. It's too important. I can't be me if she's there. I also can't get roadhead if she's there.
Oh my god, that's so fucking dumb. You're such a fucking numbskull to cheat on someone that hot.
Teddy, it has nothing to do with how hot she is. I know she's hot. But there's some top shelf ass out there, man. Listen, I'm not kidding. Plus, I haven't seen these other girls, man. I mean, don't shortchange them, okay? The girls that are fans of us, man, they may be pasty and they may be a little chunky, but they're really sexual.
You bring shame to the Nazi party. That's really hard.
I'm sure they've done worse than cheat, man. Listen, I know Allie's hot. It doesn't take away from how hot she is. I'm not married to her. I know I sound shitty right now. Listen, I could see you judging me, man.
You going to Allie's now?
Fuck yeah, I'm going to Allie's, man. I'm going over there right now. I want to try to break one off before I fly tomorrow. So I can get all quiet and peaceful on the plane. You know, I don't have any disturbances. You know, it's like my Xanax busting nut. You know.
That's fucking gross.
Oh, I gotta listen. I gotta get the white out before I go to the Great White North. You know, and like it puts me to bed. I'm like a little baby.
Interior bedroom night. Wallace is sleeping, sitting up in his wheelchair. Suddenly, we hear the faint sound of an obnoxious smartphone ringtone. His eyes snap open. Wallace wheels himself out into the hallway. The faint sound of the obnoxious ringtone is louder now. Wallace wheels as quietly as he can, searching for the source. Just as he gets closer, it stops. Interior, Allison's bathroom, same. Allison's smartphone is plugged into a charger on the sink. It's also on vibrate, so there's no ring alerting her to Wallace's incoming call. There's another phone charging beside it on the basin, face down. Reflected in the mirror, we can see the bathroom door is half open. Allison sits on her bed in the next room, wearing just a t-shirt and underwear. She's talking to someone in her bedroom that we can't see.
Fuck, he hasn't called me in 3 days. I have this pain in my stomach. I don't know. I'm worried.
Interior study, night. Wallace wheels into the room where he had sat with Howe before the madness. It's dark, but the moonlight through the window reveals enough detail for him to maneuver. From the confines of his chair, he finds the phone. He slams the recall button and gets Allison's voicemail.
Allison, help me. I swear to God, I'm not joking, okay? I was abducted. I'm in Manitoba. This guy wants to turn me into a fucking animal or something. He's fucking nuts. Listen, you gotta please come. Please, 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 please. I don't know where he is, but I'm somewhere in this fucking weird house. I'm like 2 hours from Winnipeg. I'm so fucking scared. I'm so scared I'm not gonna see you again. I'm so sorry I was such an asshole. I'm so sorry. He got my fucking leg off, Allie, okay? Please, please, please. Just, okay, get here. Just call the cops. I know that I can, but please just do it for me, Allie. I don't want to die again in a babe. I don't want to die at all. Fuck. Teddy, fuck, please pick up.
I honestly, I don't know how to live without you.
Interior, Allison's bathroom, same. The face-down phone charging beside Allison's on the basin rattles around, vibrating with an incoming call. Reflected in the mirror, we can see the half-open bathroom door and Allie on her bed talking to someone we can't see.
So go brush your teeth and come back to bed because I don't want to sit here crying all night.
The mystery person turns out to be Teddy. He grabs a toothbrush and notices his phone vibrating. Teddy looks at his phone to see Wallace is calling. He presses ignore, puts the phone down, and looks at himself in the mirror as he brushes his teeth. Interior hallway, same. Wallace rolls out of the study, smartphone to his ear.
This is Teddy. Give me Eddie.
Teddy, it's me. I swear to God, this is no fucking joke. I'm being held captive, man. I'm not kidding. I'm being held captive by some crazy motherfucker. You cut my fucking leg off. Listen to me. You gotta call the cops, man. I know I could do it, but please do it for me. I'm like 2 hours north of Winnipeg, okay? I'm somewhere, man. I'm in like bumfuck Manitoba. This guy's name is Howard Howe. Okay, it's Howard Howe. You gotta call the cops, man. Call the fucking cops. I don't know exactly what happened, man. I'm scared shitless, man. I think he wants to turn me into like a...
Wham! Wallace is struck on the head hard by the walrus, Usyk.
Oh.
His phone clattering to the floor. Reveal Howe in his nightgown and nightcap, panting, holding the Usyk.
Drink. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Your life as you knew it is over, Mr. Brighton. So, if you wish to continue living, you will be a walrus, or you'll be nothing at all.
Interior, Allison's bathroom the next morning. Allison shuffles out of bed and heads into the bathroom. At the sink, she grabs a toothbrush, pastes it, and who the hell says it like that? And goes to work. As she brushes, she activates her smartphone. It shows the message from Wallace. Allison rolls her eyes, presses the voicemail button, and puts the phone to her ear, resuming her teeth brushing. She listens for a beat, then goes wide-eyed. Allison jumps on the bed, phone in hand, shaking Teddy awake.
Teddy? Ted. Hey, wake up. Wallace. It's Wallace.
What?
He's in trouble.
What?
Oh my God. He called you too. Oh my God. Check it.
Teddy listens, becoming more and more alarmed as the message plays. He dials Wallace's number on his phone and waits for an answer that's not coming. Interior, operating room, same. Wallace's phone ringing in the other room is drowned out by an old Victrola, which provides the scratchy 1926 ditty. In the background, an out-of-focus Howe is hunched over a table.
It must be nice to know that somebody cares about you that much. Just what I felt on the island living with Mr. Tusk. He was the only living thing that ever had my best interests at heart. As a child, I was not cared for so much as I was filed away like a document. A document fed into a shredding machine and fueled by the blood of the innocent. You see, I am a Duplessis orphan. Now, Maurice Duplessis was the premier of Quebec in those days. He was the head of the Conservative Party and with strong ties to the Catholic Church. As a matter of fact, it was in collusion with these charlatans of the Lord that Duplessis brought upon Quebec La Grande Noirceur, the Great Darkness.
He shakes it off and goes back to his sewing.
As a boy of 10, my mother and father took me to Montreal. I had never seen anything so beautiful and bright and big and wonderful in all my life. But when night falls in Montreal, the monsters come out to play. We were walking to dinner and were accosted by brigands in a back alley. My father was stabbed several times with the mugger's knife, and my mother's throat was slashed as if she were cattle.
Howe stops sewing to reflect.
I was placed in an abandoned boys' home in Quebec. Boys whose lives had been destroyed. Then one day, provinces decided it was more cost-effective to send all the children, including me, to insane asylums. And so, for the next 5 years, I was beaten, I was tortured, I was raped. I have had things in my mouth that no human being should ever have to taste. They never thought of me as a person. They just thought to use me. All of them witches, all of them there to satisfy their most base physical and financial desires through the rectum and lips of a child. So, with no one to answer to for their horrid crimes, these devils ran amok with my innocence. But at age 15, I escaped Canada. I went to the United States, got on a boat, and I never looked back. Until now.
Off camera, Howe ties the suture closed. We come around to reveal an unconscious Wallace, a bite guard in his mouth.
Yes. Man is a savage animal, Mr. Brighton. Better to be a walrus.
Howe moves aside, revealing Wallace splayed out on an operating table. The old man is stitching Wallace's underarms to the sides of his body, creating a crucified sort of T-Rex Jesus-looking affair. We can also see his other leg has been amputated now as well. Interior. Teddy's car, day. Teddy's car speeds down La Cienega toward the airport.
Yes, officer, it's Bryton. We know he rented a car, but we don't know exactly where from. So as soon as we land in Winnipeg, we're just going to go to every rental desk at the airport and see if anyone recognizes him.
Yeah. Tell him if we can't find the agency, we can find the car using its GPS.
Recent pictures. Yes. There are some recent pictures up on the website. It's naziparty.com.
Wait, spell it.
Hello? Oh, they fucking hung up.
Interior, the Enclave, same. An old speaker echoes the sounds of seagulls and surf. Over that, we hear inhuman howls of anguish, though the source is not yet revealed. Projected onto dirty old sheets hung from the wall is a looping reel of seagulls on a beach, the surf rolling behind them in the background. It's as if the projected reel is intended to be a habitat background.
The sun was shining on the sea, shining with all his might.
A small drawbridge acts as a walkway over a moat that surrounds the rock island. We get the idea it goes deep. The water is dark. A festive beach ball floats along the surface until it's disturbed by ripples.
He did his very best to make the bellows smooth and bright. And this was odd, because it was the middle of the night.
A sudden, dulled, screaming howl from underwater.
Oh, now, Mr. Tusk. There, I understand. It's so very hard to be the elephant of the deep blue sea.
The walrus bellows ferociously.
Stop it! Walruses never cry.
The source of the crying is revealed. Walrus Russ. It's a freakish, Frankensteinian affair. A giant walrus pelt sewn onto the body of an altered walrus. The surgically implanted tusks puff out his cheeks in a walrus-like fashion. The front ball of his nose has been removed to give a more snouty appearance. His ears have been trimmed to nubbish little ear holes. His head is shaved bald. The top of the walrus pelt sewn to his scalp. The bottom sewn to his chin. A big fake mustache creepily and comically completes the effect. Walrus Russ whispers in utter despair.
How I've missed you, Mr. Tusk. How I've missed our merry times together on Ponder Rock.
Wallace continues to sob and scream. Exterior, car rental joint, night. Through the window, we see Teddy and Allie talking to a clerk at a car rental counter. The clerk shakes his head no.
I've regretted every day my return to this wretched civilization. This anxious, silly world with all the banality of a breakfast cereal.
Interior bar, night. The same bar where Wallace found the handbill, the same bartender. He looks at the iPad Teddy holds up and shrugs. Allie holds back tears as the bartender shrugs in apology.
The worst of man has long been fettered with greed and indifference. The best of man has long been lobotomized by reality television.
Exterior highway near Manitoba Woods, night. A rental car crawls down the highway alone, 2 flashlight beams shooting out both side windows into the tree line.
I never should have left the wilderness.
Interior rental car, same. Allie peers into the woods, shining a powerful flashlight. Behind her, Teddy drives.
I never should have left you. This writhing nest of 2-legged bipeds, each devouring the other to stay alive, and I betrayed you for what? Man's world?
Exterior Winnipeg Police Department, night. A phone is shown to the audience.
An immoral cesspool, loaded with the wayward and the destitute.
We hear Wallace's desperate call to Teddy again.
The young captain of Manitoba. His name is Howard Howe. You gotta call the cops. I know that I can, but please do it for me. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm scared shitless, man. I think he wants to turn me into like a.
The message ends. A detective stares at the phone for a long beat. Then, that's it?
It just ends.
And you're sure he's not pulling your legs? Eh? Getting up to some good old American monkey shines?
Yeah, does it sound like monkey shines?
Yeah, but say you do these comedy podcasts, Could this just be for grins and giggles?
We do a podcast, but he wouldn't take something like this far. He's not that kind of guy.
Okay, now just stick with me here. I don't mean to be indelicate, but could there be some sort of sexual angle, a romantic entanglement, an affair, or something? There's an awkwardly long pause between them.
No, he's not that kind of guy.
Okay, well, I did some checking, and we don't have a Howard Howe anywhere in Manitoba.
Shit!
With regard to your friend, I asked Border Patrol if they got a report of him leaving the country yet. They say he came into Winnipeg, and that's it. Don't you two worry. I'm going to issue a missing persons on him, same as they do in the States.
Thank you.
But I'll tell you, that leg bit sure puts the BM in the PM's coffee, huh? That's something.
It's creepy, right?
No, it's something. I had a fella come in here from Quebec 2 days ago asking about any legless bodies that might have turned up. Used to be a cop. Said he's hunting some kind of serial killer. I told him Canada doesn't have any serial killers, unless you count the pothead who took out all the Cap'n Crunch last night at the A to Z anyway. He gave me his number, and he left it.
I'll take it.
Interior, the Enclave, same. We hear the wails of Wallace as Howe once again enters the room.
Ahoy, matey! You know, it occurs to me that if you are to fulfill your destiny, if you are to be a true walrus...
Howe holds up a strange remote of some sort.
Well, Mr. Tusk, a walrus must learn to swim.
He presses the button. Wallace is suddenly pulled down by chains into the water. He struggles to stay afloat.
Whoa, good. Now that's it. Show me how the fishies swim. Swim, swim. Now come on, damn you. Swim. Yes, come on. Swim.
Unable to keep the weight of the walrus suit above water, the walrus goes under for good. Under the water, the walrus is not swimming. He is sinking in his walrus suit. Struggling to get air, eyes widened in terror, he sinks to the bottom of the pool, where he lands face to face with another walrus man. Long dead, his mouth frozen, and a silent scream. Interior diner, day. We see a man light a cigarette as he sits across Teddy and Allison. He's an eccentric, disheveled man with an extremely thick French-Canadian accent.
Guy Lapointe. I am Guy Lapointe. This is my name, Guy Lapointe, and I have been since years as inspector to this radio Quebec. And but for the last 10 years of my life, I have been hunting an animal who is doing the masquerade as a man. I have been hunting this Howard Howe. This is a elusive devil made of the French, the flesh. This is a serial killer who is bringing the body and the blood and the terror to the true north. I am a very dedicated man, and I have sacrificed my life to many marriages and any chance of happiness, and I'm very likely, some may say, my khanati, all in the pursuit of the butcher of the man. And because of this, the solace of the sleep is most of the time eludes me. But last night after you called me, I sleep like the breastfed baby. And I wake up this morning, and I know that in my bones, my quarry is close, and he is so close I can almost smell his shit. Pardon my French.
Who has the blue skies with fries?
That's Mimi.
There you go. How about the Gimli slider? No one knows.
That's Mimi.
And the Monsieur Maurice milkshake?
That's Mimi.
Okay. Here's some napkins. You're going to need those. All right. Have a nice flight.
Thank you so much. Now, I have to tell you something. I just want to have back home, you know. You draw a racking Quebec City and you hit the Chaz Ashton, but not a single goddamn Gimli slider. And in my opinion, this is the only factor of the Matri people of Quebec.
Right. So, how many people has he killed?
23. If your friend has been abducted by the same monster then I am hunting, this is probably going to be 24 pretty soon. His MO is always the same amount that the disappearance. We find pieces of the skinned body, and the legs are always amputated out at the knees, and the arms always fused to the body, you know, kind of like a crucified T-Rex, you know, like that. And that's what it looks like, and always the mouth and the teeth have been disturbed.
How?
You know, it's with a very thick. What was I saying?
How have they been disturbed?
Yes, in every case, the tongues have been ripped out.
Jesus.
Oh yes, it is one fuck of a bummer to look at. I can tell you that.
Were any of them sexually?
Oh no. He does not touch them like that. He butchers them. He amputates their limbs. He cuts out their tongues, but he does not do nothing sexy with them. You know, never. The boys on the force nicknamed the killer is a first wife.
Teddy and Allie exchanged confused looks with Guy.
Because the first wife, she doesn't let you talk. She doesn't let you go anywhere. She does not fuck you. And she does not fuck you. It's funnier if you have been married a few times.
Maybe we should be talking to someone else.
Yes, I think it would be a good idea for you to go and talk to someone else, Mr. A bigger bear riding a bulldozer, American bigger dick milkshake. Or maybe you can just film your fucking bullshit for 1 second and listen to Guy Lapointe. Yeah? Let me tell you a story.
Okay, sure.
I believe that can you come closer? Come closer. Can you come close? I believe that 2 years back, I met these sons of bitch.
Exterior, somewhere in La Chute, Quebec. Flashback. Guy approaches an old cabin. An older man sits on the porch. It's none other than Howard Howe, but under a very different guise and with an unheard, presumably Polish accent?
Well, good afternoon to you, sir. I am a girl from France, ready to Quebec.
Oh, did you come here about the spider? I called the police 2 days ago because there's a big old spider in my potty hole.
Your potty hole.
The shitter.
Oh yes, you have some sort of creepy color on your holiday box.
Yeah, it's a big old brown recluse. Yeah, call it the hobo spider, and it's mean. I called the police, and the lady on the phone, she says to me, "Oh, we'll send somebody out in a few days."
Well, I have to regretfully inform you that I'm not that man. I'm not the man who was sent to buy the lady, who is the one who is sending someone else. I am not him. I am a Guy Lapointe.
You're not gonna shoot the spider?
As Inspector de Serou de Quebec, I I am actually not authorized to discharge a weapon at a bog.
Oh,
Yes, one of the downsides of the job. But I come here today because I'm investigating this Epilogue.
oh,
Yes, sir. The hockey player Gregory Gontry from Quebec City. A lot of the people have heard of him. I have even heard of him once or twice because of all this happened on. So many people have heard of him. Have you heard of him, perhaps?
no.
No. Well, last month he was drafted by the New Nordiques.
Oh, well, piss on the new Nordics. Give me back my old Nordics.
Oh yes. Do you know some things? I truly respect your passion for the game of the hockey.
What?
So anyway, the hockey player Gregory Guthrie, I guess he seems like in the bottom bar that said we can give you a place to live in a living situation that's not far from here, but somewhere between here and Quebec City, the hockey player Gregory Guthrie, well, he went to Misran.
Oh,
And so I stopped by to see if maybe you might have heard of something or something that was a little out of the ordinary the other night that on that Monday night.
oh, no, not Monday night, because I'm down at the rink. I'm down at the ice rink Monday nights with the little mites.
Or the coach is a hockey mate.
No, I'm not the coach. No, I'm the coach's helper monkey, you know. On Monday nights, I come and I pick up the sticks and I bring the little ones to water and, you know, during the drills and all that.
Oh,
And then on Monday nights, we go out for poutine. You ever been to Poutine Weenie on Road de Jour?
poutine does not really agree with me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, my innards, it creates such a poutine gives me the how do you say the watch seats. I'm sorry to be so hurt about it and everything, but you know, I didn't even get her name.
Bartholomew Chair Table. You sure you don't have any time to come in and kill a spider?
You know, Mr. Chachibol, I would swear to you that I would help, but in any way I could, I would help, but I am really just a lowly homicide detective, and I am not really paid enough to deal with this ravage, you know.
You know what I think, Mr. Lapointe? I think that the real
Uh-huh.
savage animals are the human beings.
That is a little weird, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day, sir.
Thank you very much.
Interior diner, present day.
In all of the Canada, there is no record of the man named Bartholomew Chasrebo. There is no local rink. There is no hockey mites, and I would also assume there is no Poutine Wichni. But ever since that day, I've stopped making the assumptions, you know. The hockey player, Gregory Guntry, he was probably in that house, you know, and I was standing on the porch, assuming I was talking to some harmless, simple Khan who spoke just like Christopher Walken. But 1 month later, we find that this is what is left of the hockey player, Gregory Guntry. His torso was blocking a sewer pipe outside of Gatineau.
Teddy looks away. Allison shares an even more worried expression than before.
So there's a mass, Bartholomew Chasrebo or Howard Howe went poof, disappeared. He disappeared. You want to know what my degree is? The theory. skills from the Serre du Quebec.
Please.
All of the victims, they have a hole in the mouth. He cuts off the legs. He sews the arms. But he put something in the mouth that we do not get to see. Some of the cops are saying that the holes are from the meat hook. Yeah. Yeah. If they were, if they hang up the body while you were to use to repeat up the flesh and all of that, you know what I mean? But I betrayed the fra.
Well, what do you say?
The hockey player I played in the country. The boy that I felt to save. Just like all the rest. He had legs missing, missing tongue, missing teeth, and the roof of the mouth of the teeth. But he made medical examiner. He found something inside of the hole of the mouth. It was a tiny piece of the victim's own tibia bone. No bigger than this.
Hold on. So the guy's name was Chair Table, and you didn't question that at all? Like, also, why is there a piece of his leg bone in its mouth? What?
Mr. Sir, I do not judge the people for their names. And I don't know. I go to see the mama of the hockey player, Gregory Tumuchi, and I say to her, you are the mama. You know the things about a child. You feel the things that no police or nobody can feel. So, how do you think your boy was killed? And the mama, she said, she is crying. She's tears all over. And, you know, she is, and now as if she is like us, my own mama, you know. And then the mama, she says to me, she says, the man is making a monster. This man is making a monster.
Interior, the Enclave. Night lighting. The walrus is raised from the pool, soaked and sobbing.
Mr. Tusk, why do you blubber so? Are you really mourning your loss of humanity? I don't understand. Who in the hell would want to be human?
He leans down to sit next to Wallace, petting him as it sobs.
God almighty. In all my travels, I've only ever known a human to be an ocean of shit. And my vessel lifts and is leaking. I am so very tired, Mr. Tusk.
Howe turns around to lean himself on Wallace.
Battered by a life of cruel fate and poor decisions, and the terrible consequences of both.
Howe gazes into the pool, the weight of the world on him. He closes his eyes and breaks into a very sad, world-weary a cappella rendition of The Water is Wide.
The water is wide, I dare not cross o'er, nor have I wings to fly. Build me a boat that can carry two, and both shall row, my love and I.
Howe pats the walrus and heads to the bridge. He grabs a large bucket, which he hides behind his back.
Oh, you must be terribly hungry by now.
Howe reveals a large iced mackerel, which he swings and throws on the platform. It slides a foot towards the walrus, who snaps to attention as best he can. Howe smiles.
That is a mackerel. Bon appetit, Mr. Tusk.
Howe crosses the drawbridge and seemingly exits the Enclave. We hear a door. The lights go dim. Then all we hear is the hum of the pool filter and the breathing of the walrus. In a metal door, we see a slit quietly open at eye level. We push in on it to see Howe's eyes watching the walrus rus.
Yes. Now go to the fish, Mr. Tusk.
Interior, rental car, day. Teddy drives, Allison is in the passenger seat, and Guy Lapointe is in the back, leaning between the front seats.
So this is nice and very roomy for economy. I should have written this model. I know it. Did you prepare for the gasoline?
Yeah. So, where do we go first?
The where is for the wolf. We are looking for the witch, as in which one of you knows this missing professor so the best.
Allison and Teddy exchange glances. Guy looks to Allison.
I do.
Yozu?
Yeah.
Yozu?
Yes.
Good. So on the front message, it said he was driving for like a hours or something like that. So you know him the best. You know he likes Zozo when he drives. Because nobody does not thing in the car. Does he smoke cigarettes? Does he chew tobacco's or the toothpicks? Or does he drink the coffee? Does he have some other thing? I don't know. Me, for example, I do. Just start the car without having the double with 8 sugars and just a dash of cream. So what we really need to do is discern this podcaster's Richard while he is driving.
He likes big, goofy convenience store drinks.
Interior, A to Z, day. In the foreground, a stack of Chug-a-Lug cups. In the background, at the counter, Allison, Teddy, and Guy show a picture to the same clerks who had helped Wallace earlier.
Oh my God! It's Mr. Mustache. Colleen, hurry up!
I'm coming. Oh my God. What? No way. It's Mr. Mustache.
Mr. Mustache.
Interior, A to Z, flashback.
No. It's not the whom I'm interested as much as it is you, Mr. Howe. No. Yeah. Tonight would be that would be amazing, sir. Yeah. All right. Where am I going? Oh, Bifrost. Ooh, sounds erotic. All right. Let me just ask somebody how far I am. Excuse me. Hey. Hey. Excuse me. Yeah. Excuse me, kids. How's everything over at Degrassi, huh? You kids still knocking? Is the kids still getting knocked up and shot at?
What?
Degrassi, you know, with Drake. No, never mind. Wait. Listen, how far is Bifrost from here?
Bifrost? Shit, that's far.
Yeah, it's like about 2 hours from here.
Drink. Oh, God bless you, generous angels. Yeah. So the kids over here at the convenience store are telling me that it's a boot 2 hours away. Drink.
Ugh, I hate American guys.
Ugh.
Yeah. You sure that's not gonna be too late for you, Mr. Howe? Oh, okay, awesome. Yeah. Oh, what's your address? Great. Hang on 1 second, sir. Hang on. Excuse me, miss. Hey. Can you get off those for 1 second and give me a pen? You know, instead of this, more of this. Sorry, sir. Yeah, thank you. God bless you. You guys have pads here in Canada, right? Anything to write on, or you just write on the air?
One of the clerks hands Wallace a pad.
Hashtag thanks. Hey, yeah, excuse me, miss. I'm just gonna go and ahead and write on you. Okay, shoot, Mr. Howe. Yeah, great. Got it. And I'm gonna leave right now. Great. Yeah. So, I see in about about 2 hours. Good. Okay. Goodbye. Great.
He turns back to the girls. They're holding little combs, imitating Wallace's stash.
Yeah. So, how much do I owe? That. That's me. That's my mustache. Really?
Yep, I'm American. How are things over at the Grassy High?
Do you ladies know where Bifrost is?
You guys suck.
Interior, A to Z, present.
So this part of the paper that you borrowed, that he borrowed to write down the address. I would like to, for you to give it to me, please, if you would.
Give him the pad.
You give him the pad.
You give him the pad.
Excuse me, Jocelyn. One of you must give me the pad right now.
The clerk finds the pad and pen and hands it over. Guy Lapointe holds the pad up to the light, pouring over it.
I thank you very much. Do you have a pencil?
The clerk finds one.
I thank you very much.
Guy Lapointe brushes the pencil tip over the pad. An impression starts to show.
Do you see that?
Wow. That's amazing.
Come on, they did it in the Big Lebowski.
So you know that's exactly where I learned it from. Isn't that weird?
Interior, the Enclave. Howe is in the pool with the semi-conscious walrus. Claire de Lune plays again with surf and seagulls. The walrus floats on his back, blood running off him into the water as Howe tows the man-beast around the pool like the walrus is his baby.
Isn't this soothing to the soul? You know, if I close my eyes, I can almost imagine me back on Ponder Rock. When I knew peace in this twisted, hateful world.
Howe closes his eyes and inhales deeply.
I miss our little paradise, Mr. Tusk. This is just a poor facsimile of that magical enclave where we first became good friends. Remember? Until that terrible day.
Exterior island, night flashback. Close on the young shipwrecked Howe, Howe raises a hunk of meat to his mouth and eats, blood caking his lips. Behind, we can make out the lifeless walrus.
Man feeds on the meat and sinew of the helpless.
Extreme close-up on Howe's mouth, tearing into the flesh. Howe tears at the walrus meat savagely when a light hits his face. Howe looks up, suddenly, staring wide-eyed.
Until we are all alone. We survive at all costs only to butcher again and again. Until we ourselves are at last butchered in turn.
Interior, the Enclave, present. Close on the walrus, almost a docile animal, now in Howe's arms, floating in the pool.
You were not prepared for me last time, Mr. Tusk.
Howe looks down at the walrus compassionately.
You were not ready for the fight. This time it will be different. Because I have hardened you. Just to show you how cruel man can be.
Howe suddenly pushes the walrus head under the water, holding it there. Walrus tries to struggle, but can't.
And if I truly brought out the walrus in you this time, you just might prevail.
Howe pulls the walrus up for air. It gasps and sputters. Exterior, small lake in the woods, day. The tip of the walrus's rental car back bumper pokes out of a thicket of waterlogged leaves in the marshy body of water. Lapointe, Allie, and Teddy are on the opposite shore, seeing the car bumper.
This is the kilometer from the Malmaka 9 is the place match.
Allison looks in disbelief as she is determined to see for herself. Guy pulls her back.
I'm going.
No, he is not there. I promise you he is not, but he is close.
Guy Lapointe pulls a gun case puts a gun case on the ground, kneels and opens the lid.
So you're about to find your friend and the data man who took him.
Close on a silver-plated shotgun and 2 silver-plated handguns. There are 2 cartons of shells as well.
These are guns.
I don't want one.
You don't want a gun?
You can take them.
What kind of American are you?
The kind who's never used a gun. It's
Take
not
the fucking gun.
Are you going to take the fucking gun?
Okay, fine.
Yes, take the fucking gun, please. I'll take the big one. Yes. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Zibad.
You sure we need that? Like,
Zibad, take out a safety item. Sorry.
You gotta teach me how to use this thing.
yeah, I'm not really sure. Do we really need all that?
Mm.
Yes, the man is very generous. He must have a bigger gun, so you need to shoot him before he can shoot you.
Mm. Should we like do some practice rounds?
Oh, that's a very bright flashlight on that gun.
Yeah. Some
Yes,
practice rounds of.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm.
For my daughter.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interior, the Enclave. It's dark. We're close on the sleeping walrus. Suddenly, we hear a speaker come to life. The walrus wakes in a panic, looking for the location of the voice in the dark.
Some years back, I was rescued from the island of Ponder Rock a mere after I had butchered my sweet savior walrus in order to live.
Walrus POV. Something else is in the dark. Walrus can see he's not alone. The large shape is a few yards in the distance.
I've marked this occasion for 15 years by allowing my flippered friend the fighting chance he never had.
The lights snap on. The walrus goes wide-eyed at Howe in his own walrus skin made of human flesh. We know this. We know this because we can make out faces in the ripples of the man-made blubber. It's flesh made of those he'd stolen and made into human walruses for this same purpose over the years. Howe's face pokes out from where the mouth of the walrus would be, so he glares from behind his tusks, which act as a sort of battle helmet face guard. As weird as Walrus has been to look at all this time, Howe is his own walrus getup might even be a little scarier. He bellows.
So, you will fight me, Mr. Walrus, or you will die!
The walrus reacts as surprised as us, as the walrus, wearing Howe, rushes at him, flopping forward on a padded belly as only a walrus can. Boom! Howe chest slams into the walrus, as walruses do in the wild atop ice floes, before they tusk wrestle for dominance. The walrus howls at us defensively. Exterior, the woods. Day. Guy Lapointe, Allie, and Teddy march their trail, guns drawn. Suddenly, we hear the distant howls of walrus echo in the forest. Allison leads the charge, determined to save her man.
Wallace! Wallace!
Allie charges ahead, gun held high. Teddy and Lapointe follow, busting into the house. The screams intensify.
Wallace!
Wallace!
Interior of the Enclave. Boom! Howe body slams into Walrus Russ again, goring him with his tusks. The Walrus Russ howls and struggles to move away from the attack, crying.
So, just as I had to kill you on the rock, you have a terrible choice to make here. You have to kill me if you want to live.
The bleeding, terrified Walrus Russ is wide-eyed as his bizarre attacker shuffles toward him.
And if you live, you will be as a walrus that you almost are. Either you go full walrus, or this.
Howe Russ charges Walrus Russ. The Wallace Russ rears back just as the Howe Russ reaches it, and he slams his tusks into the Howe Russ, puncturing the costume and drawing blood from the howling Howe. Interior, operating room, day. Allison and Teddy find a bloody mess in the surgery room. Their panic increases.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Wallace? Wallace!
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 Interior, the Enclave. We hear the pounding of feet on the ceiling above us and hear the muffled cries of Allison and Teddy. Walrus Russ looks from the ceiling to the Howe Russ.
You have lasted longer than the rest. You'd kill me if you could. You want to. Your survival instincts have kicked in.
Howe rips out of his costume, pulling himself out of the blubbery coat, withdrawing the walrus Usyk from the blubber. Walrus Russ goes wide-eyed as Howe climbs to his feet, using the Usyk as his crutch. God damn it.
Oh, shit.
I'm almost out of beers. He raises the Usyk, above his head.
But so have mine.
Before Howe has a chance, Walrus impales his foot with his tusk. Wallace lets out a roar and attacks Howe, his tusks burying deep in the old man's chest. Interior, the basement. Allison, Lapointe, and Teddy charge down a staircase, finding the door to the Enclave.
How are we gonna get through the door?
Stand back.
Allison levels her gun at the nearby wall, blasting a hole through it. Interior, the Enclave. Howe screams and spits blood, releasing the Usyk. I'm out. I get no more beers here. The Walrus shakes Howe from side to side like a dog with a toy. When Howe slips off the Walrus tusks, he lands with a thud, sputtering blood. He looks up at the Walrus and, smiling, manages to spit out.
It is accomplished. You are my Mr. Tusk.
Allison and Teddy rush into the Enclave and stop cold, going wide-eyed at what they see. Allie, Teddy, and Lapointe are left utterly speechless by what they're seeing until...
Wallace, no!
Walrus has lost all humanity now. He's gone full walrus. The creature bellows ferociously at Allison and her companions, brandishing bloody tusks. Allison weeps. Teddy puts an arm on her shoulder, and she turns into his chest, the sound of the howling walrus filling the Enclave.
Wallace!
Lapointe looks down at the remains of Howe, his lifelong quarry. He squints at the monster bellowing at them, no longer a man. Guy Lapointe looks to Teddy. Teddy looks away, unable to watch. Guy slowly aims his shotgun at the walrus below. Close on the ferocious walrus bellowing up Guy Lapointe. There is no humanity left in the eyes of the beast. Walrus POV, Lapointe and his shotgun aimed at us. Lapointe aims his shotgun down the barrel of the lens. Behind him, Teddy comforts the horrified Allie. As Guy Lapointe is about to pull the trigger...
No, don't murder him, please, leave him alone, stop!
Cut to black. Exterior parking lot, 1 year later. We see a car pulled into an empty parking lot. Allison and Teddy emerge and open their trunk. Allison removes a small package. Teddy's hand is on Allie's back for support. The pair pass a sign that reveals we're at the Assiniboine Park Zoo. They head for a small structure. The pair look down at something we can't see because we're looking up at them.
Wallace! We're here. It's Allie and Teddy.
No response from Wallace. We just stare at an empty enclosure. They both look sad. Allison looks to Teddy.
Oh, Allie, the treat.
Teddy nods. She starts opening the package. She throws the mackerel. Wallace finally comes out from hiding.
You don't have to hide from us, Wallace.
Wallace!
He finally glances back at them. He looks so sad.
I can't even remember the last time you cried while watching Winnie the Pooh.
Interior, Allison's apartment. Flashback.
Cry, big deal. I mean, I'm also a lot older, remember? Crying's like kind of for babies, dude.
I remember when my grandma died. My grandpa was so destroyed. He had tears streaming down his face. He was holding her picture, and I was so worried. I used to say, Abuelo, no llores.
Does this show come with a dub?
It means don't cry, asshole. And he would say, no, Juanita, no te preocupes. It's good to cry. It separates us from the animals. It shows you have a soul.
Exterior zoo, present.
I love you, Wallace. Don't ever forget that.
Wallace makes a weird, sad sound, almost like a whale.
It's alright. It's alright, come on.
Wallace stares into the camera at us. He looks sad, yet somewhat content as he shuffles back into his little cave. The end.
Fiend.
Oh yeah! Woo!
Yay!
Come on, Sunshine, please.
Oh my god. I love listening to Andy struggle with Wallace Russ and how Russ.
Go, Wallace, Russ.
Walrus Russ.
The only way I even remotely got through that was like all the Dr. Seuss I've read to my daughter over the years now.
That's actually why that little break happened. He went to go read Dr. Seuss real quick, just to
That's right.
Oh yeah.
Get my tongue untied real fast.
Spooky merch will say Andy is daddy.
and daddy.
Spooky and daddy.
Wallace Russ. That's
Wallace.
hilarious. Wallace Russ.
And
How Russ.
How Russ.
To be fair, it's written pretty crazy.
Oh yeah.
Let us know.
Let us know
Let us know if you want them signed.
if you'd like Wallace's fish.
Oh my god, where'd you get that?
What? Were you saving that just for this joke?
Haunted
Like,
flea market did you find that
I
at?
literally just took it out and I was like, Allie, the treat.
I missed it. I didn't see it.
first time I didn't drink
Earlier
all my alcohol.
today, if you guys want to sell that.
Hey. Honestly, that's cute. I'd wear that.
You can have it. I know. We have to do a beer trade. I have to give you your Showgirls Blu-ray.
Oh yes, yes. Oh my god, we did it! Yay! Let us know in the chat if you enjoyed that. Oh my god.
Clap like a walrus. What's that? What's that, Rocco?
Oh, this is my prop for the Usip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weiss's formula of love.
That's the concept of the album.
Right.
Like virility of a walrus.
Hello, Nick. Hello, Anonymous. Hello.
Can't stop me.
Hi, Marty. How are you? Love Rocco's outfit. Great show. Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing that you guys wore, the both of you wore those crazy outfits. In
Really
an absolute
warm.
heat wave, putting on a performance.
I'm so glad that Rocco took off theirs at the end of the script, because I did not want to keep mine on.
I had mine on the whole time. I took it off when we finished everything.
Yeah. No, I was glad because I didn't want to do the whole
Oh.
section of the stream. Walrus.
No, we're not doing the epilogue. With
Epilogue.
The epilogue.
Oh yeah, the clip from the stream.
Always makes me think of Repo.
Yeah.
I love the movie. I think it's great.
Oh, and my criticism means nothing because of how much I enjoy Friday the 13th filming. So don't listen to a fucking word.
I can't believe I even have Andy on the channel. This is blasphemous.
I'm surprised.
I know you're not a big Friday the 13th fan, right, Celise?
Fuck that franchise.
I'm not
Friday
crazy about it
13th.
myself.
Get the fuck out of here. That
Yeah.
shit sucks. Bye.
They're silly. Yeah.
Mess.
What's actually, Andy? I'm actually just curious because like you are a fan of that franchise. Like, what is the best installment? Because I feel like I've watched like the first 4 and kind of gave up there.
Oh, it's funny. I think they actually get better after that. Like, it's kind of cool at the first 4, but then like part 6 is when they finally say, "Ah, fuck it. He's just a monster that can do anything," and then it's just fun. Like the movie. Like, I'm not saying they're good movies. I'm saying that what is presented, what is for sale, is exactly what you get. And I'm frustrated. I don't need a good movie. Like, I don't know what a good movie is. I surely don't. I have no taste whatsoever. But I know that when I rent the movie and I know what's exactly what's on sale and I get that, I'm so happy. And Friday the 13th is nothing if not brutal slaughter by a mindless killer.
Yeah, y'all better listen to Andy's and my podcast, the Not Seen Friday the 13th Party.
Oh my
Yeah, where I
god.
detail-
That have not seen.
My god. Anthony, thank you. Some love for Dylan and Rocco and Anthony's comment.
Oh, thank you.
man.
Thank
they
you.
deserve a lot
Thanks so
of
much.
credit.
Everyone was awesome.
Even if Rocco didn't like Tusk still, they are contractually obligated to portray Wallace. They are indeed.
Yeah.
Specify
Back
any
in
up.
Tusk 2.
character that will ever appear in the channel. By contract.
Just know, any more horror movies we do, if they have Justin Long, it'll be Rocco.
We're excited to
Automatically.
announce our new sweet and spooky film, Tusk 2, Long in the Tooth.
Yes.
Wallace works at a senior home
Oh my
as a
god.
walrus.
Oh, welcome, Dee. Thank you. Thank you for the tip earlier, and thanks for coming back.
D?
Panel criticizing Friday the 13th, me side eyeing my favorites list. I'm so
Hey, I'm not
sorry.
criticizing
No,
shit,
I mean, I think if you
Dice.
like them, enjoy them. But
Yeah, I agree. Enjoy it. It's just not for me. And I'm pretty loud about that, so.
Yeah.
But I don't care if
Listen-
you like it.
And you're actually a bigger slasher person than I am, so I should give it another shot. Friday the 13th.
Should you? No, do what you want. I would love to hear your thoughts.
You don't need to see it.
I-
It will just be me describing them to you in detail.
That's right.
I personally don't think they get better. But I would love to hear
You
your
watched
thoughts.
all of them, right?
Unfortunately, I did. It was like actual torture.
I joined in for like the most interesting ones, which were like the last
Oh
4.
my god, it
Oh,
was
boy.
torturous. Torturous. Oh my
What are the
god.
franchises you've delved deep on at this point? I know there was Leprechaun and
That was torturous too.
That was
That's pretty crazy.
That was
I agree with that. I
torture.
actually hate those movies. I'll
Um,
be honest.
I like the first-ish.
Yeah. I did Halloween. I feel like that one's like, those are like fun, but there are definitely some that are really bad.
It's barely a franchise.
For sure. What else did I do?
Child's
Scream.
Play? Child's Play.
Child's
That's
Play,
why everyone
yeah.
was like, what do you mean, Seed of Chucky?
Oh yeah, they
Chucky's
were
so
big
hot.
mad. If you're big mad, my favorite is Seed of Chucky. Get an actual life,
It's a
please.
good movie.
It really doesn't affect your life. Crazy. But yeah, I guess that's it. I didn't do Nightmare on Elm Street yet, and I haven't seen all of those.
Yeah.
So don't
Those get
crucify
pretty
me.
wacky.
Yeah.
That's one of the few I've actually seen every one of.
Cool. There's not a lot,
That's,
right? There's like 4 or 5.
Nightmare, there's like 7
Oh.
or 8.
7, I think, right?
There's
Yeah, there's a
7.
lot,
Nightmare?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't see the remake, but I actually like New Nightmares. So I don't know. I saw that in theaters.
Yeah,
and I
New
was
Nightmares.
like,
Okay,
pretty
no,
good.
I love that movie.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a very like sort of early meta horror thing from Wes Craven before he did.
Scream.
Yeah, that was before. Yeah, it had to be before.
Yeah.
Scream.
It was
I
before
think it's
Scream, yeah.
genius.
He was ahead of the curve. I actually
God, I miss him so much.
I saw his Swamp Thing for the first time recently, and it's actually really good. Like
Mhm.
people maligned that for so long.
Really? Oh, I don't know. I grew up in a household of people who just loved that movie, so I
That's
I
great.
never heard a bad thing about it.
Got Leland from Twin Peaks. It's awesome.
I'm not a huge fan of Friday the 13th. I'm sure some of my favorites would have been judged harshly. Amityville Horror franchise. Oh.
Wait, what's the one you just found earlier? It was like Amityville cute cat that farts.
Oh
Amityville
yeah.
Gas Chamber, Amityville.
There's so
Aaron.
many.
Amityville vibrator, like.
Yeah, there's a lot. I haven't delved into those. That'll take me forever. Actual torture is a watch through of Pretty Little Liars. I wouldn't know. I didn't never watch that show.
Some people really like it.
To each his own. Yes, Dice. We love Nightmare on Elm
that's a
Street
great
too.
one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I love it. We love Mark Patton.
So do I. I fucking love that movie.
It's so fun. I don't understand why people hate it so much.
Right.
It was just different. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I love that one. Original Friday the 13th will be in theaters later this month. Wow,
Oh.
really?
Oh,
Why?
okay.
Is there an
Really? Oh, I didn't
anniversary
know
or
that.
something?
Maybe. I feel like they usually always kind of do something with the Friday movies during the summer. I don't know
Oh.
if my brain is making that up, but I feel like I recall that being a thing.
That could be true.
They're
That's
good
cool.
summer movies.
Yeah.
They're good like
Yeah.
drive-in movies. I
That-
mean, I
that
guess
is
you don't like
true.
them, you don't like
Yeah.
them, but they're good mindless drive-in movies where you're just watching naked people in slaughter.
Did you guys hear that there's going to be a new series from creators of Hannibal?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna
Yeah.
watch that. Mostly because I feel like I have to watch that, but I'm willing to give it a chance.
Yeah, I love Hannibal, so.
Hannibal
might
is
as well.
great, yeah.
Yeah, we love Hannibal. If there was a Meet the Feebles franchise, could you imagine you reviewing them all? D, we don't talk about Meet the Feebles
the
here.
first is enough.
I love Meet the Peoples. You guys.
D knows I fucking hate that
That
movie.
song is crazy fire. The
No,
one that she
Garden
sang.
of Love, that song is fire. That song is fire, but the
That should be our
movie,
wedding song, Sue.
you know what?
It just might be.
It just might be. Actually, no, it's gonna be the theme song from Moomin. Thank you.
Oh man.
I'm going to come to your wedding dressed as a little hedgehog with the guitar.
You gotta come dressed as Moomin. Come on.
Come dress as Moomin.
Moving.
We love Moomin.
If you insist.
Oh my goodness. We did it. Does anyone else have any other thoughts? Wait, Melissa, did you answer the question about like did you like Tusk? or
Oh, I
whatever?
like Tusk a lot. Yeah.
Or anything
I've
you
been
would
telling,
change?
like- Well, I don't know. I don't know if I would change anything. I'm not really. I don't know. Not that I can think of at the moment.
Yeah, I feel the same.
You know, like,
It is what it
do,
is.
Like, it's us.
I know. I just feel like generally, like good or bad, Kevin Smith's movies always kind of have their like little weird charm to it. So it's like I'm just a sucker for anything he makes. Like I enjoy
Same.
it, good or bad.
Melissa and I have been fans of Kevin Smith since we saw Kevin Smith on Degrassi when we were kids.
Yes.
Oh my
Wait,
god.
that's the
And it's
first time you
crazy.
saw Kevin Smith?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
recall,
Yeah. Mhm.
And then, like, that's the first time I remember seeing him too. And then you actually introduced me to the Jay and Silent Bob movie because we watched that together, like, way back in high school.
We did,
And
yeah.
then from there, I spiraled deep diving into the whole Kevin Smith thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Gotta love it. Those episodes, though, of Degrassi with Kevin Smith, top tier.
They were real. I love that it's Kevin Smith playing Kevin Smith, and it just makes sense.
It does.
just
It does. And all the drama and tea in those episodes with all the characters is really
I wish
good.
Kevin Smith would have shown up to our high school and given us great advice how he did in Degrassi.
Same. And we could have been in one of his movies, gagged.
I mean, listen, Mr. Smith, if you come across this, you know,
Mr. Smith.
we're here.
If you do, I
Put
apologize.
that out into the
for
universe.
it. I think you're great.
Yeah, ignore the haters.
No, I'm
never
not a
done
hater of Kevin Smith.
I'm joking. I
The,
know.
the movies don't work for me personally, but again, who cares? But Kevin Smith is a hero. I put him right alongside, like we were talking earlier about Rob Zombie, but
Right.
like I put him in the category of Ed Wood. That is a guy who really, really gives a fuck about making movies.
Yeah.
And for that, no matter what, how much money they make, no matter what, he makes his fucking movies, and he is a goddamn hero to everyone who cares
Yeah.
about movies.
And comic books.
And comic books.
And I
Yeah.
remember I used to
And for the
binge
most
comic
part-
book men every time.
Yeah, and he seems like a really decent human being too.
He's great. He is great. His family's great. I love him personally. Yeah.
Yeah.
You in the chat right now? Kevin Smith, say hi.
I really want to go to his theater in Jersey.
Oh, I would love to.
Yeah. That'd
We
be
already
fun.
did the
We
quick
could totally
stop.
do that.
We should all do that.
Yeah,
Oh my god,
Andy,
guys.
we'll meet you there.
Let's
I
go.
will fly out there.
Yeah.
We'll go to his comic book shop.
Yes,
I've wanted to
slay.
go there since I was like 12.
I've been wanting to. You know, Phoebe Cates has like a shop in New York somewhere.
I didn't know
Like,
that.
it'd be cool to meet Phoebe Cates. Gremlins.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And what's the movie I'm thinking of?
Fast Times. No, not Fast.
at
Is
Ridgemont
it Fast
High,
Times?
Yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Oh.
Yeah. I'd love to meet her. True.
I don't know anything about this. I'm sorry. I don't know who that is.
It's okay. It's an 80s
Yeah.
thing.
I met Alucarda a little while ago.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was so sad I couldn't go with you that day.
Damn.
Yeah, I was sad you guys couldn't make it, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
I'm glad that you had fun.
Yeah, she was so sweet. She does not understand why people like that movie.
Which is crazy.
I mean, as somebody who likes that movie, I also don't understand why people like that movie. So,
I love that. That's so much better.
We love her. What a queen.
Tina Romero, we salute you.
Someone send an Uber to New Mexico. Oh my god, Dice. We should all
Yeah.
plan.
another method of transportation that's a little
anytime.
more
That'd be so
Use them.
iconic.
than
Send me
Uber.
the bill. Yeah, we know. Sorry.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Oh my God.
Old news.
I apologize. I ruined the videotapes.
Okay, well, we did it. Thank you all for coming to our live reading of Tusk. Another Tablescreams is down.
2 years.
Yes.
That's
2
insane.
Years,
2
table
years.
screams. 2 years. Table screams. 100
Oh.
years.
We love Tablescreams. Shout out to Joni. Miss you, Joni. Miss you. We
Anthony
miss you.
Fantano, Sweet and spooky. Table screams. 100 years.
Absolutely not.
The best, you're the best. What should I review next?
goodness. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the tips and all the love. Thanks, Andy, for being our guest narrator. And thank you, cast, crew, sending love. You are all amazing. Everybody have a great night and a great weekend. Stay safe. Bye.